Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 6 of the Grace May's Designs podcast. I'm your host, Grace May. Today is Tuesday, February 20th, 2024, and let's get started. So, I have a finished pair of socks. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen me post about these, but I finished the February Friends Polka Dot Creek club in the He's Her Lobster colorway. And I just love how these turned out. I did my Give Yourself Grace on the heel of the sock, and then I just did a vanilla sock. Yeah, I'm really excited to wear these. They were so much fun to knit. And then I have the other one here. But yeah, I did 52 stitches and then I decreased down to 48. These are a little bit shorter, so I'm hoping they'll block out a little bit in length. Just because of the way I wanted to do the toes, I needed it to end cleanly. I also finished the first sock of my Community Hearts pattern. And the mini is a random mini I had, and then the main color is Arkansas Yarn Co. in the creepy, sweet but creepy colorway, I think. I lost the mini. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I lost the mini that I used. So the second one has a different color mini. Still in the pink family. So this is just a little brighter pink. This is more muted. This sock is almost done. I was hoping to have it done by the podcast, but I didn't. However, by the time this goes up tomorrow, I could potentially have this done because I do plan to finish this tonight before bed. But that's all my projects that I showed from last week. I did work a little bit on my friend's blanket out of the leftovers from the Friends Club. So I decided to go with a crocheted granny circle that is then going to be turned into a square. So I did the circle, and then I'm using the mini that came with the sock set to do a couple more rounds and then turn it into the square. I still want to save a little bit of this to go in my sock blanket of all the yarns that I make socks out of. But yeah, this was crocheted with a 3.5 millimeter, I think it's an E hook. Don't know if that's gonna focus. No, it's not gonna focus. But yeah, so I worked on that. And then I haven't started a project page yet because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. But I'm not sure exactly how big this square is going to be because it's going to block too. I'm thinking it's going to end up being like possibly 10-inch squares. And then I will have 12 of these by the end of the year. And then I think I'm just going to get a coordinating color to join them all together. And then do a border to make it a little bit bigger, but it's still going to be a lap blanket. But I also started out of the leftover scrap for my sock blanket, and I haven't quite decided what pattern I want to do. So I've been fooling around. This is just a closed granny square, but I'm not exactly sure I like this, so I'm just gonna play around with this. This is about 3 grams. So I don't know if I'm gonna use all of it. I'd like to use all of it, but we will see. And then I did restart my coffee shop socks in Polka Dot Creek. I'm trying another sock experiment, so I'm going back to my size 1 needles and I'm doing 56 stitches. Yeah, to see if that gives me my nice fitting socks that I like. But this is the coffee shop colorway. I love it. I'm ready to do the heel. I'm just doing like vanilla basic socks with the rolled cuff. I'm probably gonna do, I think I'm gonna do my Give Yourself Grace heel flap on these, or I might do a regular one. I'm thinking the Give Yourself Grace because I really like the look of that. So I was working on these at work this morning, but I forgot the mini color. It was in my car, so I had to stop. But I'm gonna definitely work on these. I want to cast on more socks, because after I finish this sock, this will be my only sock project on my needles, and that just can't be. I have to knit socks. I did work on the secret design dilemma. I'm still at a design dilemma. I got a little bit farther, but now I did something wrong that I don't like, so I'm going to rip it out. So right now, this is back in timeout jail. It did come out of timeout jail to be worked on, so I said it was left out on good behavior. It is back in jail. I do need to work on it though. Last but not least, I pulled out my Granny Star Scrappy blanket the other night, because it's getting close to getting ready to turn it into a square. It is still at a star shape. Because I'm using my Row 1 mini subscriptions, I wanted to do 52 rounds of the star shape to what's the word? Represent 52 weeks of the year, and then turn it into a square with my coordinating plain solid color, and then do the border 12 rows of color scrappy border to represent the 12 months. That's my idea, and it's going to be a nice lap size blanket. Like, you can see how big it is already. And then once I wash it and block it, it'll be a nice lap size. But I noticed that I had made a mistake on this a few rows back, and I don't know exactly how to fix it. So I noticed the mistake that this row should have been a chain space so that this row would have gone over both of them, which means I would have to take out 2 rounds, almost 2 rounds. So this went in timeout, but I might rip that part out tonight because I really want this blanket done. But I think that is all my knitting. Like, this has been a really short episode, but I really haven't been doing that much. I'm finding myself that I kind of am focusing on one project at a time, which is not like me at all, but I think it's just the season of life I'm in where all I want to do is work on one thing until I get it done. I do have multiple like projects on the needles, but what I gravitate towards is the same thing until I get that sock done. I really haven't had that much time to knit. I've been doing other stuff. I haven't really knitted much at work. I just noticed that I've been wanting to read more. So I've been reading more, uh, doing more deep dive into my Bible studies, and that's what I gravitate, and journaling, and that's what I gravitate towards now at work when we're not busy, you know, taking care of patients and answering the phones and what have you. I tend to want to journal more or work on my Bible studies. So that's just the season of life I'm in. Not saying I'm not knitting at work. I do still knit at work. It's just very limited when I feel like it. But I think that is all for today. I hope to have some more socks on the needles for next week, some more work on my blanket and everything. But you can follow me over on Instagram, social media, Ravelry, and I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye for now.